I think the idea of a balanced life doesn't exist in a way. I mean, and you know, not in a bad way, but like,
Are you still Henry?
yeah, I'm still on the Henry side. Yeah. Due to the overexpansion in the past now.
And COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
You know, I think when you... I'm trying to think of how to describe it, right? Like, look, balanced life, work-life balance, all that. I think it's great. Like, you should seek that out. It's important. But obviously, it's not always going to be a 50-50 thing. You know, life doesn't work that way. It works in surges, I'd say. And you really want to change your life, you're probably going to have to do a surge at some point.
Yes.
And you want to keep up an interesting life, you probably have to do a surge. And you want to coast in life, great. Then you don't need to surge, right? Like you just, okay, I want this, I'm comfortable with this, then I'll just hang out. But the idea of just hanging out and being comfortable, again, nothing wrong with it. Like, if that's the level that you want, it's not about money, right? It could be about your time freedom. It could be about your responsibility freedom. Like, that's good then. That's what, you know, that's what you're ready for, then great. But when you want to advance at anything, like, you got to put in more effort, I suppose, at the end of the day. And that hasn't changed in forever.
I think like in an interview with Eminem, right? An interview with Akon. And then he's saying like, okay, you know, when he wrote Smack That with Eminem, that old song, right? And then he was like, okay, he reached the office at 5 p.m. And Eminem is like about to go out. And then he's like, what the fuck? I just reached, you know. It's like, okay, I'll be back at 9. So he'll come back at 9, he'll go to lunch at 1, he leave at 5 every single day. So he like treat his job like a 9 to 5, like very religious, very dedicated, right? And then Akon is like, oh my God, is that the key to success? But I think this is like widely misinterpreted because I think Eminem has already reached a level of success before he adopt that 9 to 5 routine. He'd probably be like 3 days not sleeping in his earlier days, right? To write all the bangers, you know. And then eventually when he has a daughter, he's more successful already, right? Then he start to like, you know, in maintenance mode, you know. Right? Yeah. A lot of people don't really see that perspective.
Yeah. So, which makes me curious about the, I mean, this is really going to make me sound like an old man. The younger folks today, like, in a way, I really love that people are cognizant about work-life balance. People are cognizant about being treated correctly in the workplace. All that is very good. I think it's also about allowing yourself, though, to be like, look, I want to work doubly hard and stand out from others. And I guess the tricky part is now of getting your due, getting rewarded for it. I think right now, people, you can argue it two ways, right? Like, if I were to work hard, I want to get rewarded for working hard.
Yes.
Right now. I don't want the gamble that I work hard and that maybe I don't get rewarded for it.
That's called doing business.
But you can do that individually for your career as well, right? Like, I'm working harder than what my role requires me to.
Climb the ladder.
Yeah. And whether someone's going to notice me for working harder and then I get promoted, I get more money, that's the gamble.
Right.
I
mean, there's an article, right, that says that, you know, right now Gen Z don't care about money. You just care about getting treated right. So it's like you pay them a bunch of money, right, but you ill-treat them, right? They wouldn't stay like how the millennials and the Gen X would. Last time we sell our life for money, man, you know.
No, I mean, that's true, right? Like, I don't know.
And then also, right, my perspective of Gen Z is like, you know what, they just want to be treated well. They don't really want to fight for their place, right? So it's like so difficult to trust them. That was my initial perspective. But then as I start to work with more and more of them, right, I realized that there are a select few, right, that stand out from the rest, right?
Yeah.
It's because they are extra hustler in the climate where nobody's trying to hustle.